Have you ever stood in your yard and wondered what plants will come back year after year without constant care and still make your garden look like it belongs on the cover of a magazine? This video holds the answer. Welcome to Home and Garden Borneo, where down-to-earth gardening meets real, doable inspiration. Today, we're exploring 15 perennials every garden should have, not just because they're beautiful, but because they're resilient, low maintenance, and incredibly rewarding. We've added timestamps so you can jump to the sections you need. And if there's a perennial design you'd like to turn into a full DIY tutorial, just drop a comment. I'll post the how-to guide in our community tab just for you. You may not know me yet, but behind this voice is a home filled with love, soil under our nails, and dreams rooted in every frame. When you subscribe, you're not just growing this channel. You're helping someone believe their passion still matters in a noisy world. One small click, one gardener to another. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for seeing the story within the soil. One, Lavender and Veronica alongside the walkway. There's something effortlessly graceful about a sun-washed border where lavender leans gently toward the walkway, like it's greeting you with fragrance before you've even stepped into the garden. The deep purples and crisp whites of Veronica dance in contrast, their spires rising like little prayer towers basking in morning praise. You don't need a grand estate to enjoy this kind of beauty. Just a sunny stretch, a patch of dry soil, and a few faithful plants that ask for very little but give back in abundance. No irrigation system whispers in the background. Just roots clinging to what nature offers, and blooms answering back in full color. This isn't an unattainable garden dream. It's the kind of border you could plant along the driveway or beside a fence with a weekend's work, a watering can, and a little patience. Let the light do the rest. I'm simply sharing ideas that have inspired me, with the hope they might find a home in your world too, adapted, reshaped, and truly your own. 2. Meandering path through mixed perennials. There's a quiet rhythm in the way a garden path winds between blooms, as if guiding your thoughts as much as your feet. In this natural design, every turn introduces a new burst of color. Golden sprays of Sedum, sun-kissed lavender, and those proud pink heads of Echinacea standing tall like garden sentinels. The stepping stones don't need to be perfectly aligned, they're part of the charm. Mulch crunches softly underfoot, bees hum nearby, and the late summer air feels heavy with scent and sun. This kind of garden doesn't come from a catalog. It grows with you. Start with a few plants. Watch how they settle into the soil, how they stretch and lean. Add more next year if you feel like it. Or not. This garden isn't a performance, it's a presence. Please know that what I offer here are just real, grounded ideas to inspire. If they spark something in you, then they've already done more than enough. 3. Rustic fence garden with Echinacea, Sedum and Rudbeckia. Behind a simple wooden fence, a symphony of color rises, soft yellows, deep rusts, and tender pinks all blending in the dry soil. Here, Rudbeckia laughs in the face of heat. Sedum glows as if lit from within. Echinacea stretches toward the sky, undeterred by thirsty ground. This is the beauty of perennials that thrive in full sun and poor soil. They don't need pampering. They thrive on neglect. A space like this could easily be recreated in any sunny backyard corner. Just choose a few reliable plants and let them mingle over time. There are no filters here. No staged perfection. Just a glimpse of what a real home garden can be when you trust nature more than the nursery tag. The goal of this story is simply to offer something meaningful, an idea that might translate into your hands, your space, and your version of simple, beautiful effort. Four, Woodland Garden with Hellebores and Pulmonaria. There's a kind of hush in the shade that invites you to pause, not out of necessity, but out of reverence. Here, where the light falls gently through trees, hellebores rise like old souls, their blooms tilted down as if whispering secrets to the ground. Beneath them, the spotted foliage of Pulmonaria shimmers with morning dew, each leaf like a tiny work of art splashed with silver. The soil is cool, the moss is soft, and no plant is in a rush. This is gardening for the patient heart. You don't need to transform your entire yard. Just start a corner beneath a tree, tuck in a few hellebores, let the ground cover curl around them naturally. Nature will fill in the rest. These are not fixed formulas. They're glimpses, simple, soulful inspirations for anyone looking to create beauty with their own hands. Five, Structured Shade Garden with Hostas and Brunnera. Along the curved edge of a quiet path, foliage takes the lead. Hosta leaves, wide and inviting, dominate the rear of the bed like gentle anchors. Just below them, clusters of Brunnera shimmer in silver blue, catching the soft light reflected from a nearby wall. A golden edge of compact plants ties the composition together like a painter's final stroke. This isn't a garden built overnight. It's a vision that grows with each planting season. The key isn't complexity. It's confidence in simplicity. A few textural contrasts, thoughtful layering, and time. If you've ever wondered whether a shade garden could feel intentional and welcoming, this might be your gentle yes. What I'm offering here isn't a blueprint, but a story, an idea worth adapting in your own way, wherever you garden. Six, Deep Forest Garden with Hostas and Woodland layers. Tucked beneath towering trees, where birdsong echoes and mulch dampens every footstep, a garden hums quietly with life. Hostas in varying shades of green and blue spread like waves across the forest floor. Ferns peek through. Brunnera and other foliage plants build soft mounds, their presence more felt than seen. No irrigation hums. No fertilizer burns the soil. This is a garden that thrives because it's allowed to be part of the woodland, not imposed on it. Just mulch, moisture, and light filtered like poetry through leaves. Creating something like this isn't about matching every detail. It's about learning to listen to your space, to your soil, to the slowness of shade. If you begin, the garden will meet you there. This video shares simple inspiration, not perfection. Just the kind of garden ideas you might recreate in your own peaceful corner of the world. Seven, narrow garden path with anemone and Penstemon. Tucked between the wall of a home and a quiet fence, this slender garden passage comes alive in the waning light. On one side, the tall, weathered blooms of Penstemon whisper of seasons past, their fading petals creating a soft confetti on the mulch path. On the other, Japanese anemones sway with soft elegance, each blossom catching the golden glow of sunset like a final sigh before evening. This is a garden not meant to impress from afar, but to be experienced step by step, intimate, simple, and deeply personal. The kind of space that makes you slow your pace without realizing it. You don't need to be a designer to create this moment. Just plant what grows well in filtered light and let the space grow into its own mood. Please understand, I'm not here to prescribe perfection. This is simply one vision, a humble suggestion for a path you might create in your own backyard. 8. Brick house border with hardy geranium and anemones. There's an old-world charm in gardens that wrap around brick homes, where hardy geraniums spill softly over stone edges, and anemones stand with grace just behind. Here, the garden doesn't shout. It speaks gently, in soft waves of green and pink and lavender. It's a layout anyone can echo. A small strip by a sunny wall, perhaps with morning light and afternoon shade. The hardy geranium thrives with very little demand, and once it's in, it spreads willingly, covering bare soil like a blanket. The anemones take their time, but once settled, they bloom with a quiet kind of brilliance. This isn't the kind of garden that needs weekly maintenance. It's the kind that rewards you for doing less. What I share is not an expert plan. It's a reflection of what's possible when you lean into the simplicity of part-shade gardening. Nine, mixed border with geranium, ladies' mantle and Carex. As sunlight drifts through the garden canopy, it touches the tips of Carex grasses and bright sprays of ladies' mantle like a painter's brush. Between them, hardy geraniums glow, a luminous red against the green tapestry of foliage. There's structure here, but it feels effortless, as if the plants arranged themselves with time and mutual understanding. The mulch path stays clean, the plants spaced just enough to breathe. This design speaks to those who crave form but not fuss. If you have a garden bed that shifts between sun and shade, you already have what this scene needs to come alive. This garden, like all I show, is not a rule book, it's an invitation. An encouragement for you to try, adjust, and make it your own. If this video meant something to you, please know that subscribing means the world to me. You're not just supporting content, you're supporting a dream that keeps my family going. Thank you, truly. I'd also love to hear from you. What did you enjoy the most? Is there anything I could do better to keep inspiring or simply entertaining you? Your feedback helps this channel grow with heart and purpose. Let me know in the comments. I read every one.